Many of the enterprises being showcased here are very simple one-man or one-woman operations working in small and remote parts of the country. And we went to visit one very talented woman who lives and works in her native Clashmore in County Waterford.
My name is Amanda Murphy and I'm based here in my studio just outside the village of Clashmore in County Waterford. It's a rural village and we're about 10 miles from Youghal and about 20 miles from Dungarvan, so between the two counties, Waterford and Cork. And I make ceramics, decorative handmade ceramics here. I grew up in Clashmore and I went to school in Youghal, and I went to college then in Cork, and I went away travelling for a few years, and then I've come back and I've trained in my pottery and ceramics, and then I went to Australia as well, and I met my husband Malcolm out there, and we spent 3 years living out there, so that was pretty good, and now I've come back home to Ireland to make my pottery. Among the pieces I make are vases like these, and they're quite one-off pieces, and they're proving quite popular as wedding presents and that, because they're quite sculptural piece on their own, and each one is one-off because they're made, I shred pieces of clay and join them all together, and they take shape then as they're growing up and that, and I have all the seams of the joins and everything like that. So I then paint the glaze on, and I have oxides, and I use little pieces of coloured glass as well, just to highlight the little bits here, like that. I use glass in quite a few of my pieces because it just gives little highlighted pockets of colour, and I just feel that it just highlights little areas without being too much, just the little pieces of colour just highlight the pieces. I also make a large array of bowls, just in different shapes. I have round ones, square, they've kind of rippled surfaces like that, just different styles. And they also have the coloured glass and the glaze across those. And then different pieces that I make, smaller pieces like nightlight burners, and incense stick burners, and mugs as well. I make just little small things, nice for around the home. Being self-employed, it can be lonely at times. My husband does help out when I get busy, so that's quite nice. It's nice being in a rural area though, because I get inspiration from the landscape, so it's good to have that countryside around me to get inspiration from. I would take time out, yes, go for walks. The beach would be great inspiration for me, just that mixture of sea and landscape like that. And I use a lot of the items that I'd find on the beach, just driftwood and things like that, just in my piece, to inspire me for my pieces. It's my second year at Showcase, and I've been invited by the Crafts Council of Ireland to take part in the Creative Island, and it's a fantastic opportunity to meet such a wide array of customers, both national, international, and just be able to present my work to them. Last year was quite good. I got new customers from it. One of them was the Kilkenny shop, and they've taken my products into their shops, and they're doing very well now. One of the great things about Showcase is you get to just see other people's work and just see what everybody else is doing in the industry, and just get to meet people, get feedback on what you're doing, and just their reaction to your work is great to have that.
For some people it takes a bit of a leap of faith to associate seaweed with beauty products, but that's exactly what's happened with Green